The New York Knicks are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I want to break it all down and preview it with you guys because these Knicks are red hot. What's going on, Knicks Nation? It's your boy Richie from Knicks Media, and today we are previewing the New York Knicks going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight again at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this is a big game for the Knicks. It's a big test, I like to call it, because they're going up against a West Coast team that is playing a pretty darn good basketball themselves. They're 8-3, and they are coming off a big loss to the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday. They lost 133-115. And again, the Timberwolves sitting at 8-3, going up against the Knicks that are 8-5. Winners of 6 of their last 7. These Knicks are scorching hot. Jalen Brunson is red, scorching hot from downtown. The man has the highest three-point field goal percentage in the NBA amongst all the top shooters. Mitchell Robinson has a big game against one of the better big men in the NBA, that being Karl Anthony Towns. I'm excited for tonight's game, and I wanted to go live to interact with Knicks fans leading up till tonight, get your overall thoughts, predictions in the chat, and really excited, man, because Donte DiVincenzo coming off a career game in his first couple starts with the Knicks. He's been looking good. Quentin Grimes goes down with an injury. Donte DiVincenzo subs in, and the Villanova boys are stepping up, everybody. They're stepping up. Jalen Brunson with 32 last game. DiVincenzo, 25. Randall, 21. RJ, first game back, only at 15 points. But this Knicks team is deep, man. And I'm really excited and intrigued to see how they're going to match up against this Minnesota Timberwolves squad. Now let's get into the chat. Knicks Galaxy's in here. Yo! What is good, Knicks Galaxy? Appreciate your support always tuning into the show now. Yaga says, Donte better than Grimes. Yeah, Donte has played better than Grimes in 2 games than Grimes has done all season long, and that's for sure. The Grimes plays really good perimeter defense, but outside of that, his offensive game is not as crisp, as you will, as a Donte DiVincenzo. Donte, if he can keep playing this way and just play his brand of basketball and he gets more comfortable with the guys, this Knicks team is crazy with the amount of weapons that they got, man. So far, the Donte DiVincenzo, signing early on in the year looked a little iffy, but now we're seeing something potential new here to get excited about with these Knicks, because there's been a lot of things to be excited about so far this season, right? RJ Barrett, outside of his injury and migraine being in and out of the lineup, he's been probably, the most brightest spot of this team in terms of consistency. Right next to him is right there with Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle starting off the season terribly, and then now he's on the track of playing really good winning basketball. Mitchell Robinson developing into one of, if not the best defending, rebounding, big monster down low, right? I mean, there's a lot of things to be excited about. Emmanuel Quickley, one of the best, if not the best 6th man in the entire NBA. We got a lot of fun things to talk about. Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench with Big Meech. The Knicks arguably have the best center duo in the NBA. I mean, I don't want to sound delusional and biased, but man, oh man, it's right there, folks. Knicks Galaxy has become a Knicks Media member. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you joining the Knicks Media family. And he's spamming the Barrett emojis in the chat. Let's go. When you become a member, you get access to the emojis, baby. That's what we like to see. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat, man. These Knicks are hot, and I am loving it. So the matchup to look for tonight is definitely going to be an interesting one. Anthony Edwards is always a guy that you got to be able to prepare for. Karl Anthony Towns for sure as well. But you look at their last game, they lose 133-115. Cat led the way with 25 points. Jaden McDaniels had 13. Edwards had 13. Conley had 14 that game. Rudy Gobert. So the Timberwolves have 2 big men. 2 big men. So it's going to be a big test for the front court for these New York Knicks. And, the Timberwolves have been a very interesting team this year. They started off very well this season. And the Knicks historically are a good road team. They are a very good road team, so I do like them coming out with this, right? We got back-to-back W's and back-to-back nights on the road. but against teams that the Knicks are supposed to beat, that being the Washington Wizards and then the Charlotte Hornets. 2 games you should win if you are a playoff team in the East. And now when you go to the West and take on an unfamiliar opponent, this is a big test. This kind of will tell us a lot about how these Knicks are early on in the season. So, folks, don't forget to smash that like button right now for your boy, because we got Knicks basketball tonight, and I'm really excited for it, man. Tips off at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And if the Knicks win tonight, man, wow. Because you look at the schedule, folks. You look at the schedule. The Knicks schedules, they're going to be tested here soon. We're about to be tested a lot. We got the Timberwolves tonight. We got Miami coming to town for a tournament game at the Garden on Friday. Then on Sunday, we got the Knicks and Suns game. And then back to our in-season tournament on Tuesday at home against the Hornets. I'll actually be there for that. So I'd say the next 3 games are going to be the biggest stretch of the season in terms of like really getting tested by good opponents. 3 games straight against winning opponents. Timberwolves, Heat, and the Suns. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they hold up. So let me know in the chat right now. Do you expect them to go 2-1 in the next 3? 3-0, 1-2? How we feeling, folks? Hit that like button. You know the vibes, Knicks Galaxy. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Appreciate you. The Knicks are actually playing the Suns at home on Sunday and then in Phoenix on December 15th. So they got the Suns. They got a West Coast trip coming up. I didn't know that. So the Knicks West Coast trip is coming up in December. They're about to go west, take on the Jazz, the Suns, the Clippers, and the Lakers. So a 4-game road trip. And then they come back home to take on the Brooklyn Nets for the first time in Barclays, leading into their Christmas Day game. Wow, we play the Bucks twice in a row? On December 23rd and on December 25th, both at home? That's weird. Why are they giving us the Bucks back-to-back games, right, leading up till Christmas? I don't know. We better beat them. Kareem's in the chat. Salute, Richie. Appreciate you, Kareem, for tuning in. Carl, my man, says, no Grimes defends. The best guards don't fix nothing. That's not broken. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's hurt. So he's not playing because he's hurt. That's the only reason why he's not starting. Right? Dante's playing good. Dante DiVincenzo's playing good. And that's because he's getting a starting opportunity. But one thing that Grimes does have is his defense. And that's 100% right. And guys, the stat that I love to keep reminding you guys, that the Knicks, let me check if it still stands. But the last time I checked the stats, they have the best defense in the NBA. There's not a team that's given up less points per game than the New York Knicks the last time I checked the standings. So let me check it again. So the Knicks give up 104.9 points per game. 104.9 points per game. That is in first place in the East. First place in the East. Now let's go to the West. So the Warriors now leapfrog the Knicks. The Warriors have 113.4 points per game. So the Knicks are in second in the NBA in points per game on defense. That's their model. That's it. That's their model. And the cool thing about it is they got a +6 differential. They put up 111 points per game, and they give up 105 points per game. That's a 6-point margin. That's why these Knicks have been winning, man. That's why these Knicks have been trending in the right direction. They're kind of finding their identity a little bit here. They're finding who they are, and that's defense. It's always defense with Tom Thibodeau. You rebound with Mitchell Robinson. You get second chance opportunities. You play the gritty battle. You got Josh Hart diving for loose balls. You got Hartenstein coming in being the hustler that he is. All the boys got to really make sure they take advantage of out-hustling and being outworking their opponents. And that's what they're doing here. And then you got the clutch gene of Jalen Brunson lighting it up in the fourth quarter. Manuel quickly lighting it up in the fourth quarter. We got weapons. There's offensive weapons to coexist with this good defense. This is what we've been waiting for. And now we still got a long way to go. The season's still young here. But what we're seeing from these Knicks these past 7 games has been exactly what the vision is. You add in a guy like Dante DiVincenzo, all of a sudden this Knicks team plays more loose, and there's more shooting, there's better spacing, and the offense is playing pretty good. And you compare their, offensive points per game, right? The Knicks put up 110.9 points per game. Now, that's not up there on the top, right? You got the Celtics that put up 117 points per game. The 76ers put up 120. The Bucks put up 119, right? The Pacers put up 125, but they also give up 123 points. So the Pacers are a very interesting team if you look at the numbers. They put up a lot, but they give up a lot. So they got a bad defense mixed with a great offense. Great scoring ability. Brunson, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. That's awesome. Jamal, what's good, bro? Yo, shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Jalen Bruns him. There I add. Jalen Bruns him. All right. Let me know some predictions in the chat. Right now, folks. Who is going off tonight? Who is going off tonight? I think tonight's RJ's night. He came back with migraine, had a down the game. He's going to come back with vengeance tonight, baby. He's gonna. Let me know in the chat right now. Who you got having a good game tonight for these New York Knicks? Let me know. Let's see what the chat's got cooking up. RJ, he agrees with me. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button. We appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm picking RJ. I think he's going to have a nice 23-point game tonight. Don't sleep on Emmanuel quickly off the bench. Is Dante going to step up again? I mean, there's so many guys where these Knicks, it's like, oh, who's it going to be tonight, right? We have a number one scorer, we can say, with Jalen Brunson, but we don't have, like, we have so many weapons where it can be at someone's night any given night. And that's the cool thing about these Knicks that I've grown to love. It could be anybody's night on any given night. Pretty cool. I like that. I got RJ. I think they're going to win, man. I really do. I might be drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm riding high with these Knicks, but, like, even if they lose tonight, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you fall to 8-6 against a tough opponent, but I want to win. What's the line of this game? What is the line for the game? You guys think the Knicks are probably not favorites, right? 2.5. So the Sixers are 2.5-point favorites. Interesting. Okay. Tough loss for the Jets again. Saw you live yesterday. Yeah, hopefully RJ gets back to rhythm. Let's go Knicks. Tough loss for the Jets indeed, but the Knicks are about to save the day, baby. JB and RJ. I like that. I'll take a JB and RJ game. Let's go. Yeah, we're not talking Jets today. I talked enough about them for 3 hours this morning on my podcast. This is a Knicks show, baby. There's a reason why we're live on Knicks Media after what I had to deal with yesterday. So let's go Knicks, guys. Just want to go live for a little bit. Give you guys my thoughts of the Knicks and the Timberwolves game that tips off tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will catch you guys probably tomorrow to break down the game. It's going to be a fun one. I really think the Knicks have a chance here to go on a little run, right? They're hot right now. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games. So let's keep that momentum in our favor here, and let's go on a little run. Let's go on a little run. Come on, baby. Hype me up in the chat. Am I the only one that has this much juice for the Knicks? I ain't worried about no Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. He's a beast. He don't scare me. He's a good player, but he don't scare me. This is going to bite me in the butt now. Now he's going to go off. Everyone's going to blame me, right? Is that what you guys are going to do? I'm excited for the game, man. I can't stop saying that because I genuinely am. Maybe it has something to do with my Knicks sucking. I mean, my Jets sucking me. Yeah. Sucking me dry. Hate the Jets. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up the show here. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments when it's all wrapped up. Don't forget to smash that like button as well. Let's go Knicks, and I'll see you guys later for the post game. Peace.